Welcome to Lenny's Place. The preliminaries are done. The regular season is over. It's playoff time. You know those Triple Crown prep seasons we've had where the 3-year-olds just keep taking turns beating each other and the Derby picture is as clear as mud? Well, this isn't one of those. Every top horse ran the table at their particular location. International Star won 3 Kentucky Derby preps at Fairgrounds. Materiality came along late. It's clearly the best at Gulfstream. Dortmund dominated at Santa Anita. Carpe Diem has won a pair of Grade 1s at Keeneland. And American Pharoah, well, I'm not sure it matters where he runs, but he was in a world of his own at Oaklawn Park. If you watched American Pharoah's Arkansas Derby the other day and didn't get a chill up your spine, well, you would have been better off just watching the Masters. But if you're like me, you're a fan of horse racing because you want to see greatness, you want to see that poetry in motion, and this horse looks to have all of that within him. So let's hope all of the above, along with the improving Frosted, the very good firing line, have a great 3 weeks and get to the Derby healthy and happy, because this, so far, is the best crop of 3-year-olds we've seen in a really long time. While we are heavy at the top of this 3-year-old class, it's also evident from these Derby preps we're not exceedingly deep anymore. Blame the smaller crops, the ever-present injuries, but the field sizes for this final round of pre-Derby stakes for 3-year-olds, and we're talking mostly million-dollar purses here, averaged about a paltry 7. And each venue seemed to have one standout horse, but no more than that. I was out at Keeneland's Bluegrass Stakes, which had just 2 stakes winners in a field of 8, and that was typical for these races. Keeneland did everything right this year to attract horses. Ran the Bluegrass on dirt for the first time in 8 years, bumped the purse to $1 million, moved the race out 4 weeks before the Derby, and still had trouble bringing in horses. Now, each venue had the same problem. Keeneland has a unique situation because they run just 3 weeks. So unless the 3-year-olds have run there the previous autumn, connections don't know how their horses will like the track. And let's face it, if you have a horse that ran well in an early race at Fairgrounds, you're going to keep the horse at Fairgrounds and run through the series there. Same for Gulfstream, Oaklawn, Santa Anita. Longer meets, horses can run back. Now this year, Keeneland will be helped by hosting the Breeders' Cup. People are going to want to run in the Breeders' Futurity there as a prep for the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. So there will be horses that prove themselves at Keeneland and connections that will want to come back with those horses as 3-year-olds. But that's just for this 1 year. So Keeneland's going to have a challenge attracting horses as we move forward. By the way, full marks to the track crew at Keeneland and the drainage system there. Lexington got about 5 inches of rain the day before the Bluegrass, yet the racing surface was in terrific shape on Bluegrass Day. Finally, with the Kentucky Derby in mind, please note Churchill Down is banning drones this year. That's right, you will not be able to bring your drones into the track on either Oaks or Derby Day, so you'll just have to do your flying with mint juleps. We're here with Bret Jones of Airdrie Stud. Bret, along with his father, the former governor of Kentucky, Brereton Jones, doing a fantastic job. Bret, welcome to Lenny's Place.
Lenny, thank you, buddy. Happy to be here.
We have some fillies to discuss. Not only last week did you win the Fantasy Stakes with Include Betty, not only did you win the Ashland Stakes with Lovely Maria, not only are they both being pointed to Kentucky Oaks, not only are they both by Airdrie Stallions, but you will be going for your 3rd Kentucky Oaks in the last 8 years. What is going on with you guys in these 3-year-old fillies?
Well, a lot of good fortune, obviously, but it is surreal to be back in this situation again. When it happens the first time, you don't think there's any chance it could ever happen the second time, and of course, you don't even pretend to have any inkling of a third opportunity. But you know, we try to raise a good horse and just as importantly, if not more importantly, Larry Jones and his team, and having them with somebody that is, in our opinion, the best trainer in America. Certainly, we don't think there's anyone better.
And no relation, by the way.
No, well, by Kentucky standards, you're never entirely sure. But as far as we've traced back, I think they're separate branches of the Jones family. But like all Joneses, he's sensible and takes everything one step at a time, and it's just been a godsend for us. The Jones family, the whole team there at the barn, are just awesome.
Well, to give us a little update on lovely Maria, how she's doing. She looks so darn good winning the Ashland. Also include Betty. How are they going to be coming up to the race?
They're both great. As of yesterday morning, they're both great. Knock on wood. But lovely Maria is just a filly that has just kept getting better for us.
Yeah.
You know, she there's been a little bit of, you know, she had kind of humble beginnings. She got started at Delaware Park, but Larry, to his credit, was always very high on her, and she's a filly that's just continued to improve as the winter went on, and now it's turned to spring, and as far as what Larry tells us, there are no distance limitations. He doesn't believe there are any performance limitations, and so we're all systems go, and very excited, and include Betty.
Yeah.
Was kind of the same thing. She was not a great big filly. We actually bought out our partners on her, the Lavin family, bred her with us and raised her, did a great job, obviously. Got up to the sales. We liked the filly, we liked the pedigree, and she was a filly that wasn't a great big filly, wasn't going to be the sexiest sales horse, but was well put together, and we really thought she could be a racehorse if she wanted to be. And so what's really cool about her is Dad is obviously an owner, but also Tim Thornton, our general manager, who is the reason that, you know, we get to sit here and do these interviews and talk about these good horses, because Timmy does such a good job raising them and getting them ready. And so they're partners, and hopefully they've already had a lot of fun. Hopefully there's a lot more fun to come.
Well, I don't have any fancy stats, but just watching Airdrie through the years, I think more than any other farm here, you guys are willing to race the progeny of your sires. You know, if they don't sell at the sale, you go race them yourselves, you go buy them, you know, even though they may not be the sexiest weanlings or yearlings in the world, you go buy them and you race them. And you've had a fantastic amount of success doing that, you know, and in an attempt to make your sires.
Well, thank you. That was really, you know, to Dad's credit. Dad, when the market was down, realized that some of these horses weren't bringing the value that he thought they should be. And so he had the guts to say, well, I'm going to put them in training and try to make my value that way. Yeah. And again, you've got a team with the right trainers, and we have done that between all the guys we use, not just Larry, but some of the other guys as well. And it's worked. I mean, between Dad's judgment and also having the nerve to pay those training bills every month. And you know, thankfully, we've really had a lot of success on the racetrack, and we've had a lot of fun. I mean, it's wonderful to sell a big horse, and we all high five at the barn afterwards. But there's nothing like going to Keeneland and getting in that Ashland winner's circle, or being there at Churchill on one of the big days. So it's been just a blast for us. So,
well, someone walked up to your dad in the paddock at Keeneland yesterday and said, "Hey, Governor, how are you?" And he said, "I'm too blessed to be depressed." I'm sure you've heard that one more than once.
I've heard it once or twice. But if you ever see Dad when he's in a bad mood, let me know, because I've never seen him. So then I'll start worrying.
Well, I'm sure lovely Maria put him in a good mood, and she is out of the first crop of your sire, Majestic Perfection. Yeah. How significant is that to get a Grade 1 winner out of a sire's first crop like that?
It's a huge deal. I mean, that is such a big deal, because Majestic Perfection was a horse we loved. Coming off the racetrack, he was a brilliant racehorse. We really thought he was the best sprinter in the country the year that he won the Vanderbilt. Unfortunately, got hurt before the Breeders' Cup and didn't get a chance to get the Eclipse Award. But the great thing about that is Majestic was so fast. He was such a speed horse, 6 furlongs. He could go 107 and change, won the Vanderbilt in 108 and change, very fast. And you don't know when they go to stud, if they're just going to be these kind of speedball types, or whether they're going to be able to stretch out, which is what you've got to do if you're going to be a really good sire. And we're getting that answer now. You know, lovely Maria aced the mile and a 16th. Larry, again, has no questions about the mile and an 8th. He's getting stakes horses on turf as well, and he's got one Wednesday in the Grade 3 at Keeneland on the turf, going 2 turns obviously. So it's very, very exciting to see what he's doing, and obviously very cool as well because he's a son of Harlan's Holiday, a horse that was great to us, a horse that was great to pretty much anybody that had anything to do with him. I mean, just a great stallion, and to have his son in the barn is very cool and very special.
Does the phone ring a little bit after the horse wins a Grade 1?
Yeah, he's not going to be lonely this breeding season.
That's good.
Majestic
That's
Perfection.
great.
He's doing great. He's got a full book. We might take a mare or 2 there, but he's doing super.
That's great to hear. Of course, your 2 Oaks winners, Proud Spell, Believe You Can, both by your stallion, Proud Citizen. So that's been an amazing. 08 and 12, you're actually not due till 16. You're bumping it up a year this time, but that's okay. We'll forgive you for that.
No, and again, those were horses that Dad had the guts to go ahead and race and put in Larry's barn, and both by our stallions, and both brought tremendous value to our stallions, to our brood mares. Really worked out very well. And
a half brother to one of them just won at Keeneland the other day also.
Three-quarter brother for that Larry has for us.
What's his name?
3-year-old And You Can, and he quite honestly surprised us a little bit. We had hopes on him based on his pedigree, but he is one that's really kind of coming around right now and doing some pretty exciting things. That was a big race. Came out great, and hopefully we're going to have some fun with him too.
Well, seeing you and your dad and your son, James, in the paddock running around last week, this is a family affair there, and there's no better sight than to see a family bonding over racing like your family does.
That just makes it all the more fun. It's very special for us to have everybody in a winner's circle like that.
Now, you schlepped me into the winner's circle photo after Lovely Marie. I know it was because you wanted to look good in comparison to me. But when is that photo available, and are we going to get to show it to the viewers?
Well, of course you can. As soon as I have it, you'll have it.
Okay.
And Keeneland probably has rules. I don't know if we can start selling them privately out of the back of your car or something like that.
They're trying to Photoshop me out of it. That's what's taking so long.
But no, we'll make sure that all your viewers get to see. And I hope you're smiling at it. I haven't even seen it yet.
So yes, I was. It was a happy event.
Good man.
All right, Bret Jones, Brereton Jones, Airdrie stud. Best of luck in the upcoming Kentucky Oaks with Include Betty, Lovely Marie. It's a great story.
Thank you, Lenny. You're the best, man. Thank you.
Thanks, Bret. It's my good buddy, Bret Jones. We want to thank him for dropping by today. We want to thank our friends over at Hillendale Stallions. Especially want to thank you viewers for dropping in. Next show, live on tape from the Kentucky Derby, folks. We'll be there all Derby week. Check it out. We'll be coming to you live from Churchill Downs. See you at the next Lenny's Place. Bye-bye.